excellent. I guess it's working then. Okay, so where was I? Uh, Hi everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Although, maybe y'all don't even like not even know me, or maybe some of you out there may or might know me. I'm like, well, thing is this here, I'm like, that's just fine. Of course, they all might know for who I am. Right here. And of course, the thing is, if y'all will build curiosity, they really may never know what kind of game I'm on here now. This is VRchat. And of course, in the place for where I'm on right now, this here's, well, the place for where I've been living around for so long. Of course, well, perhaps like maybe like, well, for the past like 4 IRL years, of course. Yep, this place here is called the Penthouse. Or, of course, let's say the Penthouse at night. I mean, it doesn't matter what you may want to call it. Which, of course, it's created by VRC. But yeah, the game itself, of course. You go into the button there, it says Worlds, and you can see this button right here. And of course, you see this right here. Here it says, here's the name of the place, and of course, here's the name of the creator, the creator that created this place. Yes, sirree, the game itself. Although I really wish that this place would have really been my place too. But well, what can you do? I mean, just figures though. Okay, well, anyhow, well, for curiosity here, may I never know much here. Well, let's take a tour here then. My place. Okay, well, here's the living room. And this right here, this is the library, which I may want to call this here a library anyway, because of the bookshelf. Well, yeah, I'm like, you get the idea. And of course, yeah, here's this fireplace. Oh, I have no idea why. How come they have put like a fireplace right here, like right between like both the living room and the library floor? I have no idea. Oh my god. Oh my whatevs. Pardon me. And this here's the kitchen. Of course, you could definitely kind of like have a seat on a few of these seats, of course. Well, about sometime around, well, not really too really like that long ago. Well, somehow, this sink, and of course, including the faucets from the bathrooms, of course. Well, somehow they usually used to work, but somehow that means they don't really even work anymore now because the creator that created this place just kind of like something like changed something. I don't know any like why or how come. I'm like, it was fine before. I'm like, I don't see like nothing wrong with that. Okay, well, here on this room here we got like, well, the laundry place. course, you can see like some few other stuff through here. If you cleaning stuff through here, iron and all, well, you get the idea. Of course, got a washing machine right here, I think, or dryer. Well, whatever that could be. I'm a curiosity here, like, well, for wherever's a dryer around here, or even that, or even this right here is really a washer or a washing machine, whatever you may want, call it. But yeah, you get the idea. I might doubt. I think the dryer could be right next to it. Okay, so that's everything around down here on this deck. Although, well, you could definitely also go outside and enjoy the view here. Well, for this city here. Or, thing is, you could definitely also have a seat too. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And of course, same thing including that couch over there too. Yeah, you could definitely also have a seat on that too. And same thing, the one in the living room there too. And of course, the same for the couch uh, there too in the library. Same thing. Oh, and of course, and also that too. That's also suitable. Okay, well, that's everything down here. Now, upstairs. Alrighty. Here is the bathroom. Of course, the sink, of course. And of course, there's a toilet. It's also seatable. Yeah, well, somehow, one time here I do kind of like remembered, when I was like AFK, I just kind of like somehow to have my character like full to be on this seat or two. Well, one time, which is a bit funny. Well, even by times there, well, when I really do really have to go to the bathroom too. Actually, well, only just IRL, but not really like here in VRC. But you get the idea. Okay, yeah, well, here's the shower, which of course it never works anymore. Like I did mention about it before. Even same thing for the showers too. I'm like, there was usually used to be a button here that like works that usually used to light up here, but someone doesn't really light up anymore. I have no idea why or how come though. And same thing for the other one too, which of course will be get to get to that too. Okay, last on here is the bedrooms. Oh yeah, right. Fortunately, not even besides the not even besides the bookshelf downstairs here too, but also even same thing for these here too. I'm like this does kind of look like to me, kind of look like a bookshelf here to me. I might think. And of course, this right here could be maybe perhaps maybe a desk. I think. Like it does kind of look like a desk to me, judging by the way it looks. or work a desk, like whatever you may want to go for. And as for this stairs here, and of course, seeing that path right there, and also same for that one there too. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think that might be right there. Yeah, both that right there, and of course, seeing that right there too. I think that should be perhaps me might go straight all the way up there onto the attic. I might think, or the roof. Well, where would they be? Although, because I know there's a glass pane right here. Okay, now we're on going on here to the bedroom here, or could go for like maybe like master bedroom. What I might go for. Yeah. Also, for this one here, well, it does also have the second bathroom. Here it is. And of course, the toilet's also suitable. And of course, I said it already. Yeah, about the button that usually used to work, but some of it doesn't work anymore. Okay, well, I guess that's it. On to the second one. Here it is, the second one. Which, of course, the same bedroom. Well, the same bed. There's a chair, too, that's also suitable. And I just really wish these beds really would be relaxable, too. But, although, what can you do? Also, for this bedroom here has also a closet. And, of course, that's it. That's the tour of the penthouse. For a little. Sorry for that. Okay, well, that's enough for that. Well, for that, now onward to like some few other places. Although it could be perhaps maybe I go on to like maybe like Avatar places. I think. Yeah. Well, where is it? Well, whichever it is that you. Well, you guys really may want me to like record and all. I mean, that's fine by me. Oh yeah, it's really toward any kind of places or like see like some few avatars. I mean, that's fine by me. Or technically on the other hand, could always go like some few places here to see like a few of my friends here, of course. Well, doesn't really matter whoever. Which I don't know why. I don't know why it does that. Oh, although any of some of you all a bit curiosity or for like for like how I'm really am like doing all this here, this whole movement, even without like moving the whole arrow thing and all that or like that. Let's just say I'm using the arrows here for the keyboard. Yeah, that's also even another thing you could definitely also could do. Even while you're on desktop. But in VR, of course, you could definitely get something like can like something like usually you always do all like yeah, like that. Yeah. Something like that. And of course that there too. Well, yeah, you get the idea. But in desktop, well, you got like these arrows here from your keyboard, of course. Well, first of all, it's right underneath for the enter button, and of course right next to the shift button. Well, thing is you can't not miss it for where they could be on your keyboard. And of course, it's right next to the numbers too, from your uh, right side of your yeah on your right side of your keyboard. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for that. You cannot miss it. Yeah, even when you somehow well you really somehow can like do something like this. You really like this kind of good trick. Oops. And of course, I bet you same thing here, including with both of the avatars there too, and of course, including the same thing here, both from this place here too. The same thing. Or should I say the worlds board? I think. Well, whatever you may want to call it. Well, of course, it figures. Yeah. Of course, just a reminder. To remind you all out there. Every time when you get like something like that, of course, here you could definitely see it like right there. Yeah, from your worlds board thing here. Yeah, yeah. Every time there when you kind of like get like something like that, of course, and of course when you get like signers says like uh world or place not available, and of course you get like a sign that says like world currently set to private and all. Which of course, they could have might have liked price like maybe like a few options. Perhaps they could have might have liked set their own places their own to private, or two they could have might have like somehow like might have like deleted the thing or the words they could have might have like deleted the place. Well, for some reason, but yeah. So yeah, just a reminder about that. Okay, so where should I go? It just always figures, you know, always goes to show you there. Can't even figure out to tell, like, even if somebody's watching right now. Hey, hang on here. Someone else. Hmm. Oh well. So much can't seem to find like the old chat board thing and all. Okay. Right. Yeah, let me go like some avatar places. Although I have no idea what kind of avatar characters you guys are so darn interested in on. Well, to look around first and all. But I guess I'll just go to my favorites then, right? Um, let's see. How about all right, technically, I guess we could just go right here on this after placing place first. Yeah, fortunately, the real reason why I just kind of like some of that is had this place to my favorites. Well, let's just say, uh, this right here is the real reason. Of course, there's another one right here. I'll just look a few more around here. A few different colors. And of course, there's the character from PSO2. Yeah, how about that? Pardon me. Although, truth is, speaking of avatars, of course, including like well, some few avatar plays that you've been like saving around onto your favorites and all. Fortunately, there is also something else there too that I think you all should also want to know about there too. Also, well, for your first row right here, for you see right here, of course, when you see like the whole My Creations lettering here, well, for kind of things like this here, for you seeing around up here, well, these are the avatars here, well, that you just kind of like somehow like, well, also like uploaded, well, from Unity. Of course, the main avatars I got, it's just 11. It's not much. I really wish it would have been more than just 11. What can you do? Okay, as for your second row here is, well, the many avatars just kind of like added onto your favorites. Which, of course, well, which for the avatar we just seen right here onto this area here. Here she is. So yeah, you get the idea. Oh, and also for row number 3 here, well, it's definitely like really the same thing. Well, just like this one here too. But the thing is this here, you you should really might need to get like the whole VRC plus thing here too. Well, if you really want like these 3 right here want to be like to be activated, well like the same thing like this one here too. Yeah, the thing is if you thing is if you do that, you'll be really getting like so many. Although there really was something there, like even if they I'm like even if they really would have like if they really would have like changed this whole 25 favorites here all the way up to 100 instead, I'm like, what's the point for bothering like for this whole VRC plus thing here for? I'm like, I don't even get it. I'm like, what's the point? Anyhow, move on, to this next one here too. Okay, here for your third one here, you get like the whole public avatars, of course. Of course, thing is that they're all optimized. you get like, well, some of these avatars are all like all the way up on to excellent. Of course, you can definitely see the little green star thing right there. Jeez, I think they're all a green star. But although, except for that one or two. Although, well, this year's also the one just had like, well, that too. But although for that one there too, for what you see right here, well, it just still doesn't really matter anyway. Because even the color rank of the avatar is still is well definitely that too. That's still optimized. Well, it doesn't matter. Well, for whatever they may want your avatar figure to be. It could be like on up onto green, eye, or all the way up onto green star, which of course you can see right there. Oh, as for the mobile thing right there, what you see right here, thing is, I don't know what the like. Well, if, like, uh, for what's that all about? Who knows? Maybe it might be like, well, maybe like perhaps maybe like a quest failure kind of avatars or something like that. Thing is, for me, I have no idea. Because I do kind of remember, I'm like, both of these two here, both the PC lettering and mobile here. I'm like, it really wasn't really even here before at one time, from what I remembered. Not really that much that long ago. Game of times, game of times before when this game have kind of like somehow like decided to change things around. Okay, and also for number 4 row here, you get like, well, these old avatars, of course. Although I do kind of remember that I usually used to I usually used to use this avatar character too. Well, by times there when I started playing VRC, yeah, about like 4 years ago. Yeah, well, here's, well, yeah, this kind of avatar here. Unity chan here. Yeah. Yeah, the one thing I do remember, the only kind of first avatar I changed here is just this character here. By times there when I started playing VRC. Okay, I guess that's it there. I guess, well, for these last rows we got right here, yeah, I would say avatar places. Well, there's like some few, well, some of these places they kind of look like avatar places around. Like that kind of looks like an avatar place. That right there kind of looks like an avatar place. Of course, you know this here is an avatar place, and that there too. Well, for two of these last rows, well, it doesn't matter whatever you may want to do. I'm like, you may want to like, well, just take a look on this row or this last row down here. Of course, that being is everybody's been uploading up their different places. So the thing is, I'm like, here we got like so many much places around here for wherever you might want to go. You know. Oh, there's also something else too. I kind of like nearly almost forgot about something here too. Um, Speaking of favorite for your, well, for the avatars there, they've been like, well, some have been looking around or traveling around on avatar places around and all that. The thing is, speaking of favoring avatars, thing is, not even besides about that, you could really could also will can do the same thing here too from favoring worlds. Well, for whatever kind of like like world places that you do really do kind of like and all that. Well, it's just easy, simple. Like all you have to do, like just click on the just click on like the icon here, or you could definitely like some little and click on the person there that created the place. And of course, then you hit. And of course, and of course, with that, then you click the button there. Of course, that says like favorite, and then by that you may like get to see like the little and by times where I die, you'll maybe like, get to see the whole like little 4 rows there for the numbers there for like whichever rows there. Yeah, if like whichever of these rows they really may might want to put it around on. Well, you get the idea. Um, yeah, um, yeah, kind of goes something like this. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, look, see, yeah, look, see, yeah, you know, kind of list you get right here. It's just this kind of list right here. And of course, and what you do, you just kind of click that, and you get a check mark right there, and you just click add it, and there you go. And then by after that, then you'll maybe get to see like well this star thing right here, which of course which really shows up right here, and of course we go right there, and there you go. See, there you have it. Here it shows up. But all that, well, for some few places, well, either you don't really want like well somehow like well to have like this place there onto your favorites list right here. I'm like, yeah, it's just simple there. You know, you can like always like well just yeah, click that, and then I'll be all in. And next for that, then it just disappears. It seems like that. And of course, now besides like well for both the avatars and the worlds, also you can also do the same thing here well for your friends too. See? But the only main rows you be getting there's only just 3, not 4. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it right there. Well, for everything that you all really made might want to know everything all about VRC here. Oh yes, of course. Last but not least, yeah, for some things I know I don't really know. Well, yeah, really not one to forget. For the mic, for you see right here, well, for on your screen right here, yeah, 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 yeah. Of what you see right here. Yeah, from your screen. Actually, from the right side, from your mic, you only get but like three different kinds of icons. Well, you get a a green icon, which of course will, which of course although will, the only kind of icon there will it might show you there. Well, that kind of looks like to me. That kind of looks like like a person there. And of course, and it shows the whole plus thing right there, right next to it there. Well, if you see kind of icon for something like that, it only means that somebody, whoever is, that's well, um, like adding you as a friend and all that. And of course, last but not least, the two other icons is the whole invites. Yeah, well, you get it. Yeah. Well, for the blue invite, that shows that shows that kind of look a bit of like an invitation, kind of like an invite thing. Well, you get the idea. And of course, and on that invite there, it shows the whole plus right on it. Yeah, if you see that kind of icon like that, it means that somebody's inviting you over to where they are. And of course, last but not least, the orange invite with a question mark on it. Which, of course, this right here is a bit of an opposite. Yeah, for the blue invitation icon. Besides for you, of course, going to them. For them, well, they're just gonna be be coming to you. So yeah, that's all right there. And of course, well, if you see, yeah, something like that, the only thing you gotta do is hit the button there, of course, onto the top left of your keyboard, the E the ESC kind of button. Of course, well, then it could maybe say eject. Yeah, well, yeah. Well, you get this right here, showing up right here, and of course of course the whole square thing right here for those three icons here. You get the idea. For what's really showing you there right next to the the mic and all that. The only thing it would really much show was just up here. Well, all you had to do is you had to something just click on it. And of course, and it would show you there saying all uh, this person here that really wants to invite you. Do you really accept or decline it? Of course, you don't kind of set the decline thing. What you really get right there is just a check mark or an X. It doesn't matter whatever you may want to do. If you do remain want to accept it, it doesn't matter, or you don't really not bother, or you don't really want to have the person not really even bother, or even go to where they are. You could just someone just click the X and that just be all it. And same thing, including for some few people that they really are adding you onto their friends list. Yeah, same thing. Okay, so I guess that'll be all it right there. For all of everything, much of all everything, the guys out there really might want to know much of everything for VRC. Okay, well, I guess that's, well, all it for me right there. Well, did kind of like some, well, like, uh, tell you guys much of everything all about, like, from this game. Well, as much as everything right there. I'm like, if, I'm like, if, I'm like, if y'all still really may want to know much more, everything all about this game, well, oops. Yeah, you can really, like, somehow, can, like, well, kind of like, message me, like, anything all about it. I'm like, sometimes I'm always available. I'm like, well, you definitely see, like, well, two, uh, of these right here. You definitely could something like, well, can just go onto Discord server, or, yeah, you could definitely someone where you could just message me there, or you could definitely just message me on Twitter. I'm like, that's just all it. I'm like, if you guys really want to know more. Well, I hope this video really helps out much of everything. Well, I guess that's it for me. Until then, I'll make my, like, well, see y'all next time.